Hi there, I'm Lauren and welcome back to my YouTube channel Sweet Smiling Soul, where I talk about all things sewing. Today I am taking you behind the scenes of my handmade creative business because I have a lot to get done. At the moment I'm working on a new sewing pattern which I'm really excited to share with you, and that's been taking up a lot of my time. So I haven't had a chance to record videos for the last couple of weeks, so I did kind of take a break from YouTube just for 2 weeks, and now I'm putting aside some time to create this week's video but then also work on this new sewing pattern. And yeah, I'm hoping to blend the two together so that I can be a little bit more productive during this busy time. What's also making things feel extra busy is that we're planning a trip to Europe in June, and we're going to be staying in Europe to visit family and friends for 3 months. So we'll be there from June to September, and I would really like to have my videos created and have this pattern launched, and you know, there's all these things that I would love to do and have ready to go before that trip. I also want to be able to make sure that I can enjoy my holiday and enjoy my time with friends and family and not feel like I'm falling behind on creating my YouTube videos. And another reason why I need to be extra organized is because before we travel to Europe, we're also going to be moving again. So we did this same thing last year. We planned only a quick trip to Europe. It was 2 or 3 weeks I think we were there for, and at the same time we ended our lease in the rental property that we were in and moved our things to this new property, and we did it just 2 days before we had to leave for the trip. So it was really hectic. I remember I was batch recording because I was so determined to stick to my weekly YouTube videos. I ended up batch recording like 5 videos or so just so that I could get on top of moving and also prepare for the trip and have some time off work while I was in Europe. There's a lot happening and it seems to be a theme now where we move and also go on a trip. So yeah, I would really like to be organized and have what I have in my head, you know, kind of completed and done and out in the world so I can relax a little bit. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of behind the scenes, what's been happening with this project and what I'm going to be working on, and some videos that I'm planning for in the coming weeks, and kind of just take you along the ride with me. This year I'm going to go easy on myself a little bit and only create fortnightly videos or just space them out a little bit more, so making sure that I'm not overworking myself and stressing myself out. Like, I just kind of want to create more balance. And so if I batch record some videos and have like a plan in place, I just feel like that's going to be more achievable, and I'm not going to be so stressed when it comes to moving and preparing for a big trip overseas. So yeah, and then of course I've got like my personal sewing projects that I want to make too. You know, I'd love to make a few clothing items to take on my trip, and I would love to do that before everything's packed away. And yeah, I also want to declutter and yeah, kind of just get organized, and I don't want to be packing clutter, if that makes sense. Those are just a few little extra things that are on my mind that I would like to be on top of. Something I really want to do is go through this cupboard that I have. It's quite small and everything's just kind of packed in there, but half of the cupboard is my handmade creations that I've got listed on my Etsy shop, but I haven't really been promoting them that much and they're just kind of sitting there. You can see I've got all this upcycled denim. I have 2 Bob Dylan jackets here ready to go. I have jeans, I have more denim jackets, and yeah, it's just a lot and it's not really going anywhere. So I kind of want to just have a big sale and just get rid of it. Like, I don't know. I feel like most of my business now is focused on the digital sewing patterns, and that feels more sustainable to me. And making handmade items and, you know, marketing them, putting them up on Etsy or eBay or Depop, like it's a big task, and I need to, yeah, just kind of stop carrying all this stock with me wherever I go. Like, I would really love to just part ways with my creations. So I'm thinking about running a big sale and seeing, you know, what I can sell, but then also if things don't sell, I might even consider donating some of these things. So yeah, I'm just not really attached to them anymore, and I'm not like focused on selling them and trying to make money with them. Like, you know, that would be great, but my focus has been more on my digital creations in the last 6 months or so. So yeah, those things I want to sort out and maybe upload on eBay or yeah, other platforms where I could sell them as well. And then on this side, it's more fabric. So I got a lot of fabric in these boxes. There's another box on the other side that's full of fabric, and then I've also got all this fabric on the shelf here. Recently on one of my videos, someone mentioned that they often donate fabric if they don't have a use for it, and I'm kind of thinking that that's something I want to do. So I really wouldn't mind parting ways with some of the fabric that I have and just donating it. If I don't have like a clear project in mind and it's just been sitting there forever, or I just don't like it anymore and I just don't feel inspired by it, and I think I'm gonna start decluttering that, putting it in a box and donating it. So yeah, that's something that I will be working on before our trip as well. I just kind of want a fresh start, I guess. So that's what I'll do for probably another video too. So yeah, those are just some of the things that I want to do before I pack up this room and we put things in storage. And I always feel motivated to minimize our stuff, throw away junk, or throw away, like, just donate things, like just declutter every time we move. So it just means that we have less to pack, less to put in storage, and yeah, I will just feel more refreshed and organized when I get back in September, and I think it will re-inspire me. So 2 things that I'll be sorting, it's my handmade items and also my fabric, and then yeah, just focusing on a fresh start with my sewing stash. Another thing I have down here is a whole bunch of books, and most of them are sewing related or handmade related, and I wouldn't mind going through some of these books and looking for inspiration and just kind of sparking my creativity again, because I have felt a little bit blocked lately. I haven't really felt inspired to sew as much. Besides working on my latest sewing pattern, any inspiration that's kind of come my way recently has been online. It's been on Instagram or Pinterest, and you know, it's there, I see it all the time, but I haven't felt inspired to make anything. So I also kind of want to, you know, have less screen time and, you know, pull more inspiration from my day-to-day life, you know, when I'm out and about, when I'm traveling. Like, I'm always inspired when I'm traveling, you know. Also just like looking at books and going to the library and looking at the craft and sewing books there, and just kind of sourcing inspiration from other sources, not so much just relying on the online space. So that's something I want to do with you. I'll probably record a video when the time comes for me to kind of go in and have a look at my books and see what new projects I can come up with. Some of these books have sewing patterns as well, so you know, and you never know, I might even feel inspired to make one of the projects in there. In terms of content creation, those are some of the things that I'll probably share with you in the coming weeks and months, where it will be big focus on decluttering, big focus on, you know, getting organized, but also sparking my inspiration, making sure that I'm still sewing for myself and for enjoyment, and, you know, not kind of just putting it all on the back burner. The biggest project is this new sewing pattern. So I think a realistic time frame could be mid to late April. So I'm at the moment, I've got all the pieces. I've got some of the pieces here that I've just hand drawn, and I've just kept them together, and then some of them I've cut out in felt, but I actually need to trace them onto paper and make sure that I have measurements and things, because my husband actually helps me with that. He ends up turning the hand drawn pattern into a digital file, so that's where I get his help. I'm really so grateful for his help when it comes to that, because it just makes the pattern so much more neat and readable. What I need to do to make it easy for him is make sure that I've got all my pattern pieces ready to go, and they're sorted by page and what's on the page, and make sure that they're measured so that he can get the scaling right when he digitizes them and everything. I'm pretty set on what it is, so I haven't mentioned yet, but it is going to be another book, so similar to the Dollhouse storybook and the adventure book. So I've got these patterns here, so we've got the Dollhouse and we've got the adventure book. So this is going to be a third pattern, and we've already got the house, and this one has been, actually this is the most popular pattern of the two. This is a newer pattern, but this one is like the original. So we've got the Dollhouse, and then now we've got the adventure book, and it has all the little adventure scenes. And from here, I am going to make a activity play focused book. So I know I could get very specific and have like one theme. You know, I've had many of you reach out and be like, hey, you should make one with cars or dinosaurs or fairies, and they're all really great ideas. But what's lighting up my inner child right now is to create a third book which I don't want to say is going to be the final, but I feel like it will be like a nice trilogy, but that it made sense to me to have more of a play and activity focused one. So I have reconnected with my inner child and thought about all the things that lit me up when I was a kid, and I managed to come up with 8 different scenes and yeah, a few different accessories to go with these scenes, and yeah, it's feeling really good. It's feeling really aligned. It's really lighting me up inside, and I hope when the time comes to put it out into the world that you're also excited to make it alongside the dollhouse and the adventure book. So I know many of you have these patterns and you've really enjoyed putting them together. My hope is that this new pattern is going to bring you just as much joy, and I hope that you can have a lot of fun with it. So that is a little bit of an update on my ideas, but I don't want to give too much away just yet because I'm still in that draft phase. But I do have most of the pattern pieces of the first draft ready to go. So last time I made these 2 patterns, I actually ended up making these 3 times. So, well, this one I think I made, for the dollhouse I think I made it twice. Yeah, I made it twice, but for the adventure book I made it 3 times. The dollhouse, the first time I made the draft and I was quite happy with it, but for the second one I just kind of adjusted some of the measurements here and there. I didn't really change too much for the second book that I made. Making 2 of them was enough to create the draft, but then also create the photos for each step of the process, and also to make the video tutorials. So those 2 books kind of made the whole pattern and what you see in the pattern for the dollhouse. So yeah, that was good, and it was a massive project because it was the first time I'd done it as well. So I did have to spend a lot of time making sure that I got it right and that the instructions were really clear, and I had some feedback from early pattern testers just to make sure that what I was making was going to be good. So yeah, so the very first adventure book that I made was this one, and in the beginning it had the suitcase on the front, but it didn't feel right. Like every other scene was nature, outdoor related, and I know a suitcase is kind of relevant and, you know, ties into like an adventure or travel, but it just didn't, I don't know, it just didn't feel 100%. So I ended up just pausing on that for some time. I think I waited maybe 3 months or so before I revisited the adventure book pattern again, and then I came up with the tent. I also ended up adding, because on the back of this one it's just similar to the dollhouse where there's just like a little bit of greenery. I didn't really do anything with the back of the book for the first draft, but then for the second one and the final one that I was happy with, I added tent to the front and then a nature scene on the back. So that turned out well, and I was really happy that I made those changes because it just felt complete and yeah, a bit more like an adventure with the tent. So for this one, I made it 1, 2, and then I made the third one to record the video tutorials for it. And that was a lot of work. So this time, because it's my 3rd time now and I've done it before and I've learned from the past, I really want to try and make it just the one time, and at the same time do the photos for the instructions and then also record myself in videos so that you can follow along with the video as well. So that's my plan for this one. I don't know if it's 100% realistic, like it feels like it at the moment because I do have my first draft laid out. I've got my pattern pieces here. I really just have to measure them, make sure that I'm happy with the size of the shapes and things, and then start sewing onto the panels. Based on what I can see with my draft laid out in front of me, it's possible, yeah, for me to just kind of do it all in one go. Let's see. It's still going to be just as much work, but at least I'm not making multiples of these. So yeah, that is an update on that. Enough talking. It's a little bit of behind the scenes of what's been going on in my sewing room, but also inside my head. And it feels good to just kind of get it out because yeah, I need to start getting into get stuff done mode, you know. My next thing is to sort out my pattern pieces, measure them. I'm going to show you how I go about that, do a bit of a time lapse so you can just see me in my work flow state, and then we'll see how much I can do in this period of time. So on my screen behind me I've got a project plan that has been written out and I've got a list of things to do, so I'm just going to follow that as I go and make sure that I'm staying focused and not getting distracted. So that's another thing. Recording myself doing the work is a form of accountability. It kind of just helps me stick to the task at hand, and you know, I'm not getting distracted. I could easily just pick up my phone and then not work on the project at all, but instead I'm going to film myself and know that this is also resulting in another project that needs to be done, which is this week's YouTube video. And yeah, I'm kind of multitasking, but it's all holding me accountable and keeping me on track. So I just have to kind of trick myself every now and then, or do those little, do those little things to just keep me in alignment with my goals and what I need to do. I'm going to stop talking now for sure, and I'm going to get into it. Once I have this interfacing ironed on to each page, I'm basically just ready to go and ready to start putting the elements on. So I thought if I get this done today, then maybe tomorrow I can start recording and documenting the steps for the pattern. So I've finished recording the templates and the measurements so that Lawrence can turn these hand-drawn patterns into a digital pattern, and I'm hoping it's clear enough for him. I've got some rough sketches and outlines here, and yeah, just some notes on the notes that will need to be in the pattern. Then I have my pages ready to go, so I've got interfacing on the back of all of them, so I've ironed that on, so they're ready to go. I have one panel here that I'm about to start sewing, maybe not today but this week. And then I've got all my other pages, like all the elements that'll go on the other pages, they're ready to go. And I think I'm gonna call it a day. It was quite productive, so that feels really good. I'm glad that I got that out of the way, and the next thing is to sew on some of the elements and then start to record the instructions for the new pattern. I think recording myself doing the tasks that I need to get done in the coming months is going to help me a lot with just checking things off and making sure that I'm staying on track and not getting too distracted. So I'm really happy that I did this today and showed you a little bit of behind the scenes of what I've been working on. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you want to continue watching this new sewing pattern journey unfold, you can subscribe, like this video, share it with a crafty friend. If you're new around here and you're curious to know more about these sewing patterns, I'll put the links in the description below so you can check them out. And if you've got these patterns and you're ready for another one, then stay tuned because it's coming. I can't wait to share this with you in the coming months. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.